commentary. Thank you so much.
Did you know you're very welcome. Did you know you were up to 135 days as Shine Tag Team Champion?
You believe it? 2-time Shine Tag Team Champion. Thank you very much.
That's a great point. And talk a moment about what I believe might have you out here, young lady Anastasia. Going to have a heck of a challenge here tonight in just a moment. We'll see her opponent. SpeedDemon BB coming on down here to face Anastasia. These two have been in different, we'll say, combinations of matches with each other, but to my knowledge, facing off for the first time one-on-one. And Proving Ground, where La Brava, as I think you're aware, we will be crowning a WN Proving Ground Women's Champion in the very near future. We've previewed the championship belt. It is absolutely beautiful.
Let me tell you something, Trevin. I don't know if you've noticed lately, but gold is one of my best accessories to wear, and I know how to wear it very, very well. So, who knows? I'm looking to add some more titles to my collection.
Well, as we've seen before, you often come scout the ladies coming up here in WWN Proving Ground. Of course, I know you have Shine on the mind, Shine 82 on May the 11th, but a little time before we get there, and in the meantime, we're going to see what does Anastasia have. And of course, SpeedDemon BB, we've seen how nuts she is. And I say that in a good way. As I sit next to a crazy man here in Chungus.
That's why I wanted to ask you, is that a baseball bat she's got in her hand?
I think so.
I don't know if you call it like a billy club. I'm really not sure. I've been a little intimidated. I talked to her a little bit. She really tried to explain this whole idea of being this inner demon, and that she tries to get in the heads of her opponents. And she's from Eastwick, New Jersey, which is another tough part of town. And really, I think her goal is to, when her opponents lose, have them be scarred and remember her forever in the loss. Which, again, sounds like the kind of thing you talk about, Chungus, except the people love her.
Well, I was going to say, yes,
no offense.
The mental aspect is very important. If you can find a way to get into your opponent's head the ways that, a man like Scyther or myself can do, then, you're already ahead of the game.
We got things underway right now. John Nunez, our official. Not surprisingly, the people behind SpeedDemon BB.
Clear favorite so far.
She's earned it, let's be honest. Talented as she is. But as La Brava can tell you, you don't always need the people behind you to win.
Not always. And it doesn't matter if the people favor me or not. I am still coming out on top.
Beautiful head scissors there. And I already mentioned it earlier, but so much excitement heading into Shine 82 on May the 11th. Of course, you can see Mercedes Martinez, the lady who shocked the world at Shine 81, rejoining with Las Sicarias. You, Ivelisse Velez, Evie De La Rosa. Minds were blown, but obviously some disappointment when the championship changed hands not very long ago. Kelsey Reagan, of course, at her Super Show becoming the Shine champion, will have to defend her championship against Ivelisse Velez. Ooh, wow, quick 2 count there.
That never happened. Just saying, that never happened.
Well, it's a chance. It's a chance for a 5th championship reign for Ivelisse. And if I was Kelsey Reagan, I would be a little nervous having Mercedes Martinez and, of course, you and Evie De La Rosa. I know you guys will be in action as well. All those matches will be announced later this week. So, of course, folks, stay tuned. Wait, pin. Stay tuned to the WWN social media accounts, especially WWN Shine on Twitter, as well as Shine_Wrestling on Instagram.
Absolutely. And once a Sicaria, always a Sicaria. You can mess with one, you mess with all of them.
That really was the situation, as I see a handful of hair here from Anastasia, and does grab on.
What a smart girl.
Yeah, the SpeedDemon there, she was really dominating this match so far. And Anastasia, she had to pull that out right there. She had to go to the well for something. She was just getting rocked.
No, it was smart. It was a 2 count only, but now the just choking of this young lady. Tried to talk to Anastasia again this time, and, young lady comes, first off, did you realize she married an 87-year-old for his money?
87?
Yeah, she's an elitist from the Hamptons. And, of course, he passed, so the little lady is rich. You should have seen what she rolled up in here. Of course, she wasn't driving. She had a driver. It was some, I don't even know cars. It was this big fancy thing with logos. I think it's called a Maserati or something. Didn't really understand what I was looking at, but all I know is that there were photographers. People were pushed away on her way in here. And as you saw, even in the locker room, she had her own locker room, and Pink Lake is hooked.
I'm a little speechless right now by that.
You say she might not drive, but just a second ago, she drove 2 knees right into BB's face, and now she's got her down on the mat. And I don't know, Anastasia's looking good so far here.
I can't deny the talent. About a year in the sport, pretty much took advantage of that opportunity after the older man found his end on this planet. But at the end of the day, if you're that conniving and scheming, if she could turn it into mixing with her talent in the ring, this could be our first WWM Proving Ground Women's Champion.
I'll make sure to keep my eye on her. I like her aggression. She's not giving her any opportunity to breathe. She is staying on her, and that's what you should be doing when you're inside a wrestling ring.
Trevin, you said
Hold on, leg hooked.
Said the old geezer passed away. Do we know anything about that situation?
I've been
I don't
waiting.
know. What I've heard so far, it sounds kind of suspicious.
I've been waiting for an episode of Forensic Files, but it hasn't happened yet. But you're not kidding. When it comes to SpeedDemon BB, though, in her 4 years in the sport, another person trained by Vertigo, I mean, she's really gotten around, held championships all over our state, and as we see Anastasia have a little bit of a meltdown, I think it's the youthful exuberance and being used to getting what you want. Not going her way, though. Look at that elbow. Beautifully done by BB. And you're seeing the speed come in here from this talented young lady with the sling blade as well.
Picking up momentum now. Anastasia's got to do something here.
Speed is coming into play.
It's a fair point, and Anastasia is able to kick out, but at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, is it going to be really the attitude of Anastasia, or is it going to be the talent? And think about this too, Shinto Ryu karate background here for BB. She's actually been sparring at the Twin Towers Classic Tournament. She won first place there. Understanding that's not professional wrestling, but being able to translate it. But, you know, getting your eyes raked and your hair pulled, that you don't quite do in those kind of tournaments. But sunset flip! No way!
Wow, that's all she wrote.
What a surprise. LeBron, I gotta ask you, is this a case where Anastasia might have had the match and she beat herself?
Possibly she might have underestimated the SpeedDemon BB, and I've seen BB in action before numerous times, actually just very recently. Speed did...
We look forward to seeing you on May the 11th at Shine 82, and heck, you never know, we might see you the next time we have a women's match here at WWM Proving Ground.
Maybe. I always got to scout the competition, don't I, Trevin?
Hey, we appreciate it.
Of course.
Awesome.